K-Sport. Now, New York starting five. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the 3 spot. And for Orlando, Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point. Towns on a screen. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think, that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who? Like when Caldwell Pope gets on the roll with his offense, he knows when to take the shot.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. And he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Wagner. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's Caldwell Pope. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Towns, a screen on Suggs. For 3, Bridges. It's rebounded by Wagner.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Outside Carter. Oh, trying his luck from deep. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Towns passes to Robinson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Banchero.
The defense trying everything on Mitchell Robinson. He stays cool, collected. He'll collect foul shots.
So he can't get either to fall. Robinson's defense is always a factor, Brent. And lately, he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
Yeah, BA, fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots. It's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Towns outside. Back to Bridges. Stolen by Carter. There's the drive. And it's New York with a rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. And Carroll with a screen on Bridges. Here's Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot. And Carroll drives. Oh, man, Carroll throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
Bridges, count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's the way to finish KCP with a show of force at the rim.
Here's Bridges. No good with a layup. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. It's a 3-point game. And Carroll with a screen on Bridges. Oh, a rip-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Bridges. Nice D from Wagner. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Carter, the pass to Caldwell-Pope. Carter, a screen on Hart. Here's Caldwell-Pope. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Towns for 3. New York, again, can't hit. Orlando leading by 7. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And so it's Orlando closing out this quarter with... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, it's been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Wagner in at small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Knicks trail by 7. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Taking his shot, and Towns doesn't think he just acts.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope. And Carroll with a screen on Bridges. Caldwell-Pope for 3. And it's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. And here's New York now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And that's a powerful man right there. Towns is never going to pass up a chance to finish with authority.
Suggs outside. And it's New York with a rebound.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Caldwell-Pope, the pass to Banchero. Over Towns. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. For New York, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. And New York has possession. They trail by 1. Here's Bridges. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Magic have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. And a foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Carter, a screen on Bridges. Caldwell-Pope with it. Hart covering. Back to Caldwell-Pope. Just 4 to shoot. A deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Caldwell-Pope's got 13 now. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Suggs, the pass to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Robinson gets the bucket.
Assist from
Magic leading by 4. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. He takes it in. And a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Towns, a screen on Suggs. Towns outside. Back to Bridges. Pass to Hart. Bridges, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Hart from long range. They grab their own miss. Robinson passes to Towns. Knocks down the long J. Towns has got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
And Caro outside. Caldwell Pope, a screen on Towns. And Caro no good. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Anunoby. Towns is screen on Suggs. Oh, a clear look for Anunoby. Here's Robinson. And the bucket is good. And now just a 1-point Orlando lead.
Well, sometimes it's like a patient that's struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Gets it off. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Magic. They're up by 3. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Without question, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope displaying his skills today.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. Miles McBride is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's P.J. Tucker. Then there's the Chua. And it's Tuck 40 in at the 5 down low. Natase with a screen. Black passes to Wagner. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker.
Not the best pass, guys, and the defense took full advantage.
A nice shot by McBride.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
So it's Orlando now. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Brunson taking his time here. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Magic. Pass to Black. Natase with a screen. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. And now a 5-point Orlando lead.
Pretty much no one is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Tucker with a screen. The 3. 40. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Wagner with a screen. Wagner on the wing. Chalk up 2 there. Wagner's gotten 4 this quarter.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. And here's Brunson from the arc. De Silva with the rebound. Magic leading by 5. Here's Black. No points yet. Yep, that one goes.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
It's Brunson working inside.
And mixing it up down low. Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough. This guy has continued to work hard every year and turn himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Here's Black. Kept alive. The three. Can't hit that one.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Left side McBride. Back to Tucker. And he banks in the layup. Now just a three-point Magic lead.
P.J. Tucker, just one of those guys at his size that always looms larger on the floor. He is comfortable on the inside and finishing.
Black. That three's off the mark. New York has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Outside Brunson. Achua with a screen. Clock at 6. De Silva with the rebound. Orlando leading by 3. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Brunson passes to Tucker. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
P.J. Tucker, again, man, that is one strong dude.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And he drops the first.
P.J. Tucker taking 2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Wagner with a screen on Brunson. Black drills it from deep. Black's got 5 points now in the quarter. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Brunson outside. 2 on the clock. Off with the layup. And so it's Orlando with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting locked. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Caldwell-Pope for 3. Hart pulls it in. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 4. Towns finds Robinson. Outside Anunoby. Nice move. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Well, the 3-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
First team foul.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Magic lead by 3.
So such a heady offensive player. Once KCP gets a couple to fall, he stays aggressive.
And stolen by Suggs. It's a one-on-one situation. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
This is just what they needed right now. A strong defense and smart offense to give their slim lead a boost.
Bridges outside. Towns on a screen. There's the three. New York again can't hit.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Suggs with it. Towns covering. Here's Banchero. Finds room and goes for the jam. Banchero.
Wow, Banchero using his size to find a path to the rim.
Towns can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 7. Here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Carter. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Banchero with a screen on Hart. Just 5 to shoot. Banchero in the post. Robinson defending.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Basket's good. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Wagner. Picked by Carter from downtown. And Wagner is good for 3.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Caldwell Pope with a drive. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling. Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Oh, Robinson with a block.
Hard to score when Robinson's down there being a factor.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today could do.
It's stolen by Hart. Towns for 3. Orlando with the rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Suggs with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Hart against Wagner. 1:02 left in the final quarter. Shoots over Hart. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Carter. Hey, puts up a 3. Can't get it to drop. It's starting to feel like desperation time.
Desperation indeed. They're playing against the clock.
Towns against Wagner. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Suggs. Here's Orlando. Picked by Carter. Launches it. Doesn't go for him. And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just wasn't their night.
And so Orlando takes the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they
An occasion here in Orlando. And as they came in earlier, the Magic were... Hi, everyone. Greetings from... And it's Chicago to start out. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Josh Giddey is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Buzelis in at the 3 spot. Vucevic a screen on Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. Williams attacking.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Suggs passes to Wagner. And it's off from 3-point range. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. Here's Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
Slick drive by Buzelis. He moves well for a guy that size.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Banchero. Can't hit from in close. For Chicago, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Buzelis. Banchero grabs the board. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Giddey goes in. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. No good. That would have tied it.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars. Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Ball against Suggs. The drive-by ball. Rebound by the Magic.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Giddey against Caldwell Pope. Banchero a screen on Giddey. Caldwell Pope kicks to Suggs. Launches a 3. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. To the left side wing. Here's Buzelis. Good. The nice assist for Williams. That's 7 points for Buzelis.
Buzelis showing a little bit of everything with that quick release.
And that one is good from Suggs.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr. Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Carter with a screen on Giddey. Caldwell Pope kicks to Carter. Plays it up and banks it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Out left to the wing. Now, Buzelis, 7 points in the game. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Kicks it out to Banchero. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Bulls lead by 3. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the center position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. And it's contagious Caldwell Pope with the foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Buzelis. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Williams looking around. 6 on the shot clock. With the teardrop. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys have come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
Here's Buzelis. He's defended by Wagner. Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy in the D, afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Buzelis, no one around him. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. And that's 15 points for Buzelis. The Magic trail by 5. Suggs dishes to Banchero. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Caldwell Pope passes to Carter. And it's Banchero missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game was played more competitively. Talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Outside ball. 1:46 left in the first half. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. Here's Ball. He has 5. Shot clock at 5. Carter pulls it in. The Magic trail by 4. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Suggs finds Wagner. Carter with a screen on Ball. Out to Carter from beyond the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr. A tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right, top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the 3. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
And Ball is certainly capable of throwing it down thanks to his size. I mean, easily lifting off the ground and just finishing that one with authority.
Kicks it out to Banchero. Banchero a screen for Suggs. Back to Banchero. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
And Buzelis is in a rhythm now. He's playing to his strengths and taking what is offered from the defense.
Now, here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Ball with the bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls out front, leading by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Matas Buzelis.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Taking a look at the Bulls, Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. All out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Buzelis in at the 3 spot. And here's White. Terry outside with the drive. Count it. Terry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Wagner as screen on White. Bitadze the pass to Wagner. Here's Bitadze. Here's Black. Good on the 3-point shot.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting lead. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And Stan, after a few down years, the Magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
Bulls shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Kicks it out to Terry. Smith sets the pick for Terry. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Wagner's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Wagner has screen on Terry. Black kicks to Wagner. No good on the 3.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Terry finds Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. On the free throw, no good. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
You did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
Collins with it. Defended now by Wagner. Collins dishes to Smith. Ball's knocked loose. And now Orlando on the break. Finishes the break with a slam.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Smith kicks to White. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Wagner wide open. Misses the 3. Chicago leading by 7. Left side, Terry. Here's Horton Tucker. It's blocked. Fast break. Here they come. Latre. A nice shot by Black. Black's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Here's Horton Tucker. He's guarded by Howard. Shot clock at 6. Back to Horton Tucker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Black. White covering. Here's Wagner. Back to Black. Wagner has screen on White. Black the pass to Wagner. With some arc. And that one good. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
White inside. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Vucevic. And that one released in time, but no good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Chicago's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point. This is out there for Orlando. To tie it up. Banchero outside. kicks it out to Wagner. 4 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the Magic score.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Buzelis sets a screen for Williams. Pass to Buzelis. 5 to shoot. Back to Williams. Top of the key.
And the quickness and long arms of KCP, he does a good job of getting into the shooting.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Right wing from downtown. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And now a 5-point Orlando lead.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Caldwell Pope, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And not the first time we've seen this. When KCP's confident, when he's in rhythm, he can fill it up with the best of them.
There's the pick, and that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Left side, ball. Lock at 6. To the wing on the left. Buzelis. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Banchero. Suggs in the corner. Banchero a screen on Giddey. Orlando needs to get off the shot. And finished off by Banchero.
Really, really good possession here. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Here's Buzelis. He's covered by Banchero. Charity stripe shot. Giddey, no one around him. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
Taken away by Williams.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Here's Ball. The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great defense that time from Banchero. And here's Banchero. They'll bring it up for Orlando. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. He had a nice open look right there. Suggs has got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Buzelis sets a screen for Williams. Pass to Buzelis. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Vucevic with the bucket. Here's Suggs. And so they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
And no need to rush on a situation like that. That's just giving away a possession.
9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance.
rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Jalen Smith is out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Ball, then it's Buzelis, and it's Giddey in at the 2-guard position. Down low. And Vucevic slams it in.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Giddey against Bridges. Drops in the layup for 2.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Knicks by 2.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. And we're about a minute into the first. Pass to Vucevic. Giddey with a screen on Robinson. Here's Vucevic. And it's New York with a rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Robinson against Giddey. Robinson gets the bucket.
Well, exactly where you want Robinson taking advantage offensively. Use the length and size to score inside.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor. And that's what they want to do. Get them open looks early.
Knicks lead 7-2.
Ball outside. Pass to Buzelis. Vucevic, a screen on Anunoby. Vucevic with it. 6 to shoot to halt the run. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
You've got to be careful how you guard Nikola Vucevic. This guy is so good at forcing the defense to hit him on the way to the cup.
Second free throw, no good. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And here are the Bulls now, following the bucket by the Knicks.
You're taller than you think. Lonzo is a sneaky 6'6".
Giddey against Bridges. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And sends it home with some power.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Here's Smith. Ooh, the dunk by Smith.
Oh, my goodness. Off his feet in a hurry. You love to see Jalen Smith play with aggression in the paint.
Bridges against Giddey.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first. Three-pointer, Bridges. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
The shot by Buzelis, no good.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now here's Anunoby. Launches it from deep. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. 4-point game. Here's Towns. Oh, a special move before that shot.
That, to me, is about Karl-Anthony Towns carving out position on the interior. Such a pretty play.
And he drives in. The shake. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by Ball.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here's Bridges. 6 points for him. 4-3. Sinks the tray. Bridges has got 9 points.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Vucevic, a screen on Bridges. Here's Ball. Smith outside. Shot clock at 5. And he he's going for the lob. Poke loose. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. New York leading by 7. And here's Bridges. 9 points in the game. A screen on Giddey. Bridges with room to shoot. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Knicks. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Buzelis out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Lonzo Ball. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Bridges. Chicago making their last shot. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Ball, and Ball throws it down.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Vucevic. For 3. Good work defensively by Robinson. New York leading by 3. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Buzelis' shot is good.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Towns a screen on Giddey. Here's Bridges. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Knicks lead.
Bulls trail by 3. To the left wing. Giddey with a screen on Anunoby. Here's Buzelis. Pass to Vucevic. From 20 feet. Again, the Bulls score.
Vucevic is so smart at understanding when to rise and fire.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Towns a screen on Giddey. Here's Bridges. Outside Robinson. Outside Hart. Second chance shot. Blocked!
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
So it's the Knicks now. Chicago making their last shot. Back to Robinson. Hart from long range. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Bridges misses. The Bulls on offense. They're on a 13-5 run. It's Giddey on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. There's Ball with a three. Another three for Chicago.
Nice quick trigger from Ball right there. Good at sizing up the defense and knowing when to shoot off the pass.
Here's Robinson. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Ball with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. And Anunoby pulls it down. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. Towns for 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Buzelis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Buzelis has got 7 now in this quarter.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
8 seconds left in the second. Brunson surveys. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Bulls. They're up by 4. All right, Allie's ready to go. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. Just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
They've got P.J. Tucker. Miles McBride is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Achua, and it's Cordy in at the center position. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. Outside Achua. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Cordy. Here's McBride. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Chicago with a rebound. Outside White. Launches a 3. On target from range. And the Bulls lead by 7.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. They set the pick. White against Brunson. White looking it over. 5 to shoot. Fires from the line. Cordy grabs the board. Knicks trail by 7. Outside Brunson. Fires from 14, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, we talked about having a high shot IQ. Jalen Brunson just 4 shots. You want to concede the mid-range jumper? He's more than content to take it.
White, the pass to Collins. Outside Horton Tucker. The 3-pointer off the mark. For New York, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Tucker, no good. Bulls leading by 5. Here's Terry. The kick out to Williams. Outside White. Jacks up a 3. sends it home from three-point land. White's got his second basket on the night.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Brunson outside. Tips it up, controls the rebound and the putback.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
2 minutes remaining in the third.
They set the screen. Outside Horton Tucker. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Lets the three fly. Knocks it down from distance. And now just a three-point Chicago lead.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from three is a beautiful thing.
33.
Brunson against White. Outside Horton Tucker. Here's Terry. Checked by Tucker. Terry. The pass to Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Outside Brunson.
Chicago foul. Terry. First personal foul. First team foul.
50 seconds left to play in the third. Chicago has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Now here's White, tightly guarded. Outside Horton Tucker, 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Williams from long range. Porty grabs the board. Porty's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Brunson. He's got 5. Outside Tucker. For the lead. That shot missing. 3/4 of play and a close one here. Bulls out in front. They're up by 2. And don't go away. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. And so in the game for the Bulls, we've got Kobe White. Williams is out there with Zach Collins. Then there's Taylor Horton Tucker, and it's Terry, and it's shooting guard. White with a screen on Tucker. The kick out to White. Three-pointer. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside McBride. Achua with a screen. Outside McBride. Takes a 3. They get it back. It's picked off. And now the Bulls in transition. Rips down the breakaway slam. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Here's the floater. McBride can't get it to go. Chicago leading. Williams passes to Collins. Back to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
We've seen a lot of points tonight, but we've also seen a lot of poor defense as well.
That's unacceptable. The hustle and focus on that end is not there for either side.
A new lineup here for New York.
Substitution on the court.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Chicago leading by 3. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey. The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Bridges outside to the wing, right side. Towns for 3. New York again can't hit.
No wonder he's been off the mark. He's been hanging in the background, somewhat uninvolved tonight.
And it's Giddey missing. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Driving in. Oh, wow! And he jams it home with authority.
How special can OG Anunoby be? Show off and show out.
Ball with it. Smith outside. It's Giddey on the wing. Count it.
Wow, Josh Giddey might be young, folks, but a fearless big-time bucket right there.
Knicks trail by 3. Outside Anunoby. Boom! He jams it straight down.
You can see that OG Anunoby wants the opportunity to deliver in a big moment and does.
Giddey with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. And that one's good. Giddey.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Right side, Anunoby. Hart from long range. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
The Bulls have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Ball, a screen on Hart. Here's Buzelis. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. 6 to shoot. Vucevic, a screen on Hart. Ball no good. New York has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Bridges down low. He's against Smith. So they take the lead. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Fearless, confident competitor. Bridges with the delivery.
Ball surveys the floor. Pass to Buzelis. 55 seconds left in the game. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
And Jalen Smith gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. 44 seconds left to play in the fourth. Anunoby against ball. Pass to Bridges. Towns with the ball. Outside Anunoby. Vucevic with a steal.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
Outside Giddey. 20 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, nails the triple.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Outside Anunoby. Towns. Yes!
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. How do you think this is going to play out?
Down 1 with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
3-pointer, Buzelis. And so the big win by New York in a tight game. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Hart. With Greg, a look at the Magic starting group. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the point guard. And for the Knicks, they've got OG Anunoby. Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Robinson, and it's Bridges in at the point guard position. Caldwell Pope right side. And a miss there on the triple. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Shoots from the elbow. Hart, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Caldwell Pope against Bridges. And there's the foul. He'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Carter sets the pick for Caldwell Pope. Out to Carter. Pass to Wagner. 5 on the clock. Carter sets the pick for Wagner. Over Hart. Looks a big high bounce and goes in.
You like to see that from Wagner. I mean, as he continues to develop his mid-range game, I think we'll see more and more of that.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if you want to contain him. See if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game. Bridges inside. He's covered by Suggs. Towns a screen on Wagner.
Wagner takes a lot of pride in trying to make a defensive impact and does a good job contesting the shot there.
And like a number of centers in today's NBA, Wendell Carter Jr. continues Clark to hone his three-point shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, it's almost mandatory necessary for big guys nowadays to be able to knock down not only the mid-range jumper, but the three-point shot. Give credit to Carter Jr. for seeing this growing trend and then working to put it into his toolkit.
Hart, no good. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Off with the layup.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Here's Hart. Yes, that goes in.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. It's rebounded by Towns. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the middle, here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
No margin for error that time. Big-time slam from big man Carter Jr.
Anunoby against Wagner. Anunoby outside. Fires the three. Carter pulls it in. Orlando leading. Here's Caldwell Pope. Suggs in the corner. Over in the corner, Banchero. Back to Suggs. 6 to shoot. Fires from the wing. The Knicks pull it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
7'1" wingspan. Bridges plucking the rebound and then generating points for the team.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. For New York, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And it's Robinson with the jam.
He just powered that
one of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Banchero finds Caldwell Pope. It's good from the top of the key. The Knicks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Suggs against Bridges, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The Magic shooting 40% here in the early stages. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero, a screen on Hart. Caldwell Pope for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now. Anunoby outside, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
It's a tie game in New York. And back in a moment. And some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
We've got Josh Hart. OG Anunoby is out there with Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Robinson in its center. They're the group New York will start the second with. The Knicks shooting for the game at 42%. Now, Hart. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. And that one's good, Suggs.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off-ball.
Anunoby against Wagner. Anunoby passes to Hart. For 3. Connects from three-point range. Hart's got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks.
One of Hart's favorite shots there, guys. Excellent recognizing when he has the room to pull the trigger.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 5. Banchero outside. Just 5 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. Banchero's got 5 points so far.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it. Ooh. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Bridges inside the three-point line. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Banchero. Banchero is screened for Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do. We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Banchero is screen on Hart. Kicks it out to Banchero. Out to the wing. Uncovered. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Check out that quickness with the hands, man. Banchero bringing that to the floor tonight.
Anunoby against Wagner. From past the arc. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Knicks lead 24-20.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
You know, on the drive, Suggs can be a bit unpredictable, which keeps him, I think, a step ahead of the defense. You don't want him knowing exactly what you're going to do.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Carter. Carter with the screen. Puts it up. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Towns with it. Picked up by Suggs. Bridges, no one around him. Off target from outside. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Suggs against Hart. Banchero is screened for Suggs. Banchero outside. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you have to like what we're seeing so far from Paolo Banchero.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court for Orlando, Black is out there with Howard. Then there's Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the small forward. Here's Black. Brunson covering. Kicks it out to Wagner. Here's Black for the lead. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Black's got his first bucket of the night. Now, here's Achua. Guarded closely. Pass to Tucker. The layup off target. Orlando leading. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's De Silva. There's a screen. Fires the three. And the three ball is good. De Silva's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Here's Brunson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Yes, and the foul. That's on Jalen Brunson. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
From the arc, Tucker can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 5. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Black. Brunson covering. He takes it in. Here's Bitadze. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Brunson. Buried from 15 feet out.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
31-28.
Tipped away. Stolen by Brunson. Count the transition bucket. Jalen Brunson.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Here's Black. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leaders.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Black. Brunson covering. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Both shots good from the stripe. New York trailing. There's 1:38 left in the third. There's a good screen for the lead. Brunson drops it in from the arc. Wow! 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Howard, that's good. Knicks trail by 5. Brunson draws the double. Now, here's Achua. He's covered closely. Pass to McBride. Just 5 on the clock. Brunson outside. 3-pointer. The rebound by Bitadze. Here's Black, guarded by Tucker. Doesn't go that time. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
That one misses. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Magic up by 4. And we're coming. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. E.J. Tucker is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Okporti in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And he gets the bucket.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain phase. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Carter. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Magic lead by 4.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Now, here's Hart. Anunoby, a screen on Wagner. Hart kicks to Anunoby to tie it up. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Orlando. The lead is 2. Puts up a deep 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Towns against Caldwell Pope. Now here's Towns. Tight defense on him. Over Caldwell Pope. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
Wagner kicks to Banchero. Back to Wagner. They get the rebound. Knicks trail by 4. Knocked away. It's stolen by Banchero. Caldwell Pope outside. Bridges with the steal. The finish. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And there you see the basketball IQ Bridges has. Natural court sense. He knows exactly where to be.
Here's Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. Alive Orlando. Wagner wide open. Trains the three-pointer. Wagner's got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And Suggs throws it down.
Hey, the moment Suggs picks their pocket, he's gone. Then he spots his opening in transition and converts. Well done.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. There's a minute 34 left in the 4th quarter. Clock at 6. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Robinson.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Banchero is screened for Suggs. To the inside. It's Carter, high post. Trying to find Wagner, gets it to him. No coverage, that's out. Wagner's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Magic leading by 7. Driving the lane, and it's Suggs missing.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Bridges misses. The Magic have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. And Suggs throws it down.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Magic lead, 54-47.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Caldwell Pope against Hart. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Second team foul.
Here's Anunoby. Shoots over Wagner. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Banchero with the ball. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point territory. Can't get it to fall. So the Magic win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about
The starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Bulls, Williams and Vucevic are inside. Lonzo Ball is out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Buzelis in at the 3. Well, Richard, these teams like to slow it down and play their half-court sets.
When you're a young player, that can be a bit frustrating. But when you're a vet, you welcome games like this where everyone can take their time.
Knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Giddey against Caldwell-Pope. Now here's Giddey. Tight defense on him. Clock at 6. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Banchero outside from deep. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. The Bulls on offense. Williams from long range. Rebounded by Suggs. Orlando has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Banchero outside. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There's an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
Now here's Giddey. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Pass to Williams. Puts the move on.
On defense, Banchero has a lot of good physical attributes, which help him create pressure.
Caldwell-Pope, the pass to Wagner. And here's Banchero. Picked by Carter. Wagner for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Giddey. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Carroll with a screen on Giddey. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Pass to Buzelis. Inside. Oh, deflected. And here comes the break. The 3 from Banchero. It's tipped.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
It's rebounded by Banchero. Giddey against Wagner. There's the triple. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago trailing here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, they'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in. That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running.
They're putting it on the deck. Wow. Buzelis is just dangerous on the move.
Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Here's Buzelis. Pass to Vucevic. Williams up top. Shot clock at 6. Giddey against Caldwell-Pope. Here's Vucevic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Vucevic has gotten his second bucket of the game. Giddey against Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. And Carroll with a screen on Giddey. Here's Wagner. An easy 2 on the layup. Wagner's got 5.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Giddey against Caldwell Pope. And he dunks it down.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Ben Carroll the screen. Wagner, he's open. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Wagner's got his third basket on the night right there.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
First trip to the line for him here.
Personal foul.
The first free throw is good.
Foul. At the line for Chicago.
Both free throws good from Giddey. Ben Carroll outside. Pass to Carter. The 3 is up. It's all tied in Chicago. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses and they are exploiting them.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the point guard. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who will keep things moving.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Buzelis, guarded by Ben Carroll. Oh, nice D from Carter. Caldwell Pope against Giddey. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Here's Caldwell Pope, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Vucevic. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Wendell Carter.
What makes Vooch so tough is the combination of size and athleticism. Defenses are always trying to figure him out. That's why this man is a double-double every night.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Ball outside. Picked by Vucevic. The 3 is up. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Ben Carroll. Incoming Ben Carroll. And slammed it home. And the foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Giddey. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Orlando.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
He launches a 3. Ooh, Ben Carroll with the touch from deep.
And Ben Carroll has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Giddey against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Buzelis. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Wagner finds Caldwell Pope. Into the lane. The kick out to Banchero. Banchero with a screen on Giddey. Clock at 4. Caldwell Pope. The pass to Banchero. For Giddey. Banchero no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. 4-point game. Pass to Vucevic. Up and over Carter. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Too easy for Vucevic. He feasts from these interior spots.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
There's a minute 17 left in the first half. Ball no good. Orlando leading by 4. And Ball's over to help. And foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:05 left in the second quarter. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Carter. Pure from three-point range. Carter's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Ball. Sweet little floater.
Well, check out Ball with the silky touch, putting a nice high arc on the shot.
Banchero outside. On the take. Banchero displaying his incredible mobility there.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Let's go with a 3. Offensive board. Here's Giddey. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. Here's Vucevic. And that one good. Vucevic has got 10 points.
From Lonzo Ball.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The floater. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Orlando ahead, up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Kentavious Caldwell Pope displaying his skills today.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
We've got Kobe White, Smith out there with Taylor Horton-Tucker. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's Terry in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Chicago on D. They trail by 3. Here's Black. He's guarded by White. Kicks it out to Wagner. Collins with the rebound. Well, Chicago's shooting has been great this game. 58%. You know, from the 2020 bubble to late 2021, Zach Collins didn't play a single game. He missed over a year, Richard.
Yeah, underwent ankle surgery, missing a ton of games. Despite that, Zach's come back stronger, really improving all aspects of his game.
Here's Horton-Tucker, and that one is stuffed right through.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Black, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Smith outside for the tie. Hits the three-pointer. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Wagner for three. That shot off the mark. The Bulls have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. To the inside. Here's Terry for the lead. And he lays it in. Terry's got his first basket of the night.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Black. 6 to shoot. Wagner for three. He drops it from range. And the Magic lead by 1. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays. Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Wagner for three. And another three for Orlando.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Smith. He's got a piece of it. Here's Black. To the middle. Here's Howard. Pass to Black.
Remaining in the third.
Kicks it out to Wagner. Over Collins. A good-looking shot from the wing. And it's a 4-point Orlando lead.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
White drives in. And he throws it down with one hand.
He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Pass to Terry. 1:21 left in the third. Out to the right wing. For three, Collins. And the three-pointer goes.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Black. And the shot's good. Black's got 7 points for the quarter. The Bulls trail by 4. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Smith outside. And it's good for 2. Smith's got 5.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Black. Kicks it out to Wagner. Stolen by Collins. In transition. White for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Here's Black. He's got 7. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Wagner with a screen. Black passes to Wagner. Collins with the rebound. Now here's Horton Tucker for the lead. Misses the tray. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Magic out. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell, Pope, and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wagner. A line change here for Chicago.
Substitution on the court.
And so here is Chicago. 4-point game. Williams tipped. Now Wagner to the paint. And Carroll passes to Caldwell Pope. Picked by Carter. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Driving to the basket.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Orlando.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
They've also been striking from mid-range with great consistency tonight. They just owned that part of the floor in this one.
There's a screen. Pass to Buzelis. Clock at 6. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now. The 3 from Suggs. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. And it's Williams off the drive.
Orlando foul. Jalen Suggs. First personal foul. First team foul.
The free throw drops for Williams.
The line for Chicago. Patrick Williams.
And Williams drops them both. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Foul. Second team foul.
Caldwell Pope against Giddey. Carter, the pass to Caldwell Pope. And Carroll with a screen on Giddey. Caldwell Pope for 3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Ball against Caldwell Pope. There's a screen. Pass to Buzelis. Just 5 to shoot. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
I think it's great to see that kind of confidence in a young guy like Buzelis.
Caldwell Pope against Williams. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. Here's Caldwell Pope. 14 feet away. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams finds Giddey. The finish! And Williams punches it home.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. Back to Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Giddey. To tie it up. The Bulls need to get off a shot. 3-pointer, Buzelis. Rebound by the Magic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And Carroll with a screen on Williams. Outside Carter. Wagner against Giddey. Now here's Wagner. He's closely guarded. It's not going to go for him. Giddey with a defensive effort. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Stolen by Carter. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Wagner. And Carroll outside. Pass to Carter. He shoots a 3. Another shot to stop the drought. And it's good.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Williams a screen on Caldwell Pope. Outside, Williams. Back Giddey. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Yes!
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. 23 seconds left in the 4th. Giddey against Caldwell Pope. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game.
There's 6 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. And it's Giddey missing. So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did.
strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in a corner. Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, and how about Ball just working his way right through the contact that time?
Bridges against Giddey. Bridges outside. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Smith outside. Pass to Vucevic. There's the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Vooch knows he can hit it off the pass. I love his confidence and quick trigger.
Bridges kicks to Towns. And the layup falls.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Here's Smith. Sinks that one from the post.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. And D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Pass to Buzelis. Smith with it, defended by Towns. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time.
Buzelis.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Bridges. And he drives in. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Bridges showing off his athleticism. He's able to get in there at full speed and still score.
To the paint, stripped it away. Here's Hart. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. Giddey against Bridges. Here's Ball. And that one, good.
Again, big guards. That helps out. And Ball using that to his advantage on the inside.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Now, Ball. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Ball surveying the defense. Pass to Vucevic. Three-pointer. Knicks with the rebound. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Offensive rebound. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Not a coach in the league would be displeased with that kind of energy and effort that Mitchell Robinson showed there.
Hart with it. Now Smith defending. Towns for 3. Sinks the triple. Towns has got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Giddey the pass to Ball. Back to Giddey. Here's the teardrop. And it's Ball that time on the assist from Giddey. He has 6.
And how clever is this guy? I mean, just no fear going with the soft, high-arcing floater.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Down low, Robinson. No good with the layup. The Bulls leading by 7. That's a 2 from Smith. And he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
And everybody loves a big man that can pass. And Vucevic putting his vision on full display there.
Bridges kicks to Anunoby. Over Giddey. And it's Anunoby with a sensational play. And so it's Chicago, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Anunoby out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to Giddey. Here's Vucevic. Knicks with the rebound. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Anunoby with it. Now guarded by Ball. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Anunoby.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
To the middle, here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And Vucevic kicks to Smith. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists tonight.
And when you're a high-usage player like Vucevic, you have to keep your head up and be willing to make the next pass.
Bridges misses. Chicago leading by 9. Vucevic with it. 7 points in the game. Rebounded by Hart. Anunoby against Ball. Towns a screen on Ball. Here's Anunoby. Rebound by Smith. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. The numbers will back it up, Brett, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Smith the pass to Ball. Smith sets the pick for Ball. 5 on the clock. The Bulls with another miss. Knicks trail by 7. Towns with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Robinson kicks to Bridges. Robinson a screen on Giddey. Bridges for 3. Happy to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got his first basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Giddey against Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Pass to Towns. Shoots the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. And it's Giddey in the corner. to the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
You know, and a 7-footer that can play the entire court. Vucevic is a tough cover because of that versatility.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Towns, a screen on Giddey. Bridges for three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Giddey. And the Bulls with another miss. Knicks trail by 8. Towns finds Hart. New York missing again. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Anunoby knocks down the 3 ball. Anunoby's got 10 points.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball against Bridges. Back to Vucevic. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Hart. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Chicago Bulls headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Zach Collins. Kobe White is out there with Terry. Then there's Talen Horton-Tucker. And it's Williams at the 4.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
There's a screen by Achua. Brunson with a clean look. Traps in the tray. Brunson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for most improved player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude.
Balance, such a key to consistent shooting, and Collins shows it there.
Brunson surveying the D. Shoots. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Brent, when you survey Jalen Brunson, going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
Outside, White going inside. Can't connect from short range. Knicks trail by 4. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And here's Brunson outside. Collins grabs the miss. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Kicks it out to Terry. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. White against Brunson. Achua off target from three-point range. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. Terry dishes to Williams. Now here's Collins. Defense right on him. A second chance effort. And Terry lays it up and in. Terry's got 4 points this quarter.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And here's Brunson outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Brunson just knows how to manufacture points. Right now being assertive.
Here's White. The Knicks pull it in. Achua's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. There's a screen by Achua. McBride's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 5. White looking around. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. White's got 5 points so far.
Man, you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Pass to Tucker. Here he goes. And Tucker slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
There's a screen by Williams. Here's Horton Tucker. That 3 off the mark. Brunson outside. Launches it. There's Brunson from deep.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's Chicago. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Hart. Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Bridges, and it's Anunoby in at the 2 spot.
Oh, a guy who loves attacking the rim. Hart putting some muscle on.
Here's Buzelis, defended by Bridges. He lobs up the alley pass, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Anunoby against Ball. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. The Bulls leading by 3. Ball, the pass to Smith. Now Buzelis. Smith outside. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And Vucevic kicks to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Robinson with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot. Swatted away.
To the left side wing. Towns wide open. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Giddey the pass to Smith. Now Vucevic. Pass the ball. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Knicks ball.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Knicks trail by 3. Bridges outside. And stolen by Giddey. Right side, ball. Here's Buzelis. Defended by Hart. Smith with a screen on Hart. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. No good on the layup.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Towns for 3. Cans it from downtown. Towns has got the game tied up here for New York.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Smith sets the pick for Ball. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Ball against Bridges.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Towns a screen on Ball. Bridges outside.
Well-timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
Here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Goes back up. Back to Giddey. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anunoby a screen on Giddey. Here's Bridges. Takes it off the glass.
And Bridges elevating his game.
Woo! We've got 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter. Ball with it. Robinson picks him up. A wide open look here for Vucevic. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Because of that refined offensive skill set, Vucevic can be a dependable scoring option late in game.
Bridges misses. Bulls have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball, the pass to Giddey. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Look at that shot. Vucevic not afraid to carry the weight, so to speak, in a tough situation. The team knows they can rely on him.
Anunoby against Ball. Lets it go from deep. Chicago grabs the miss. And there's the try. And Ball slams it in.
Well, you got to slow him down. If he gets ahead of speed like that and measures those steps, Lonzo's going to throw it down.
For 3, Bridges. And the Knicks miss again. And then Buzelis with the dunk. And so it's Chicago winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge,